Hi, welcome to Peace Donkeys. Today I'm going to show you how to make this brow band for your horse, and it's got silver beads, pretty decorative beads, and I'm using micro paracord. There's another example of some beads and what you can do with a brow band. So what you can do is you can find a bridle that you've got that you want to replace the brow band and just take off. Sorry, this bridle's a bit old, I don't actually ride with a bit anymore. I just found it in the shed and I know that it fits one of my horses. So you just simply slide that brow band off and then you get your piece of cord. Oops, just bring that back a bit. And just make sure that your cord is the right length that's the same as the brow band that you used to have on your bridle. So what you're going to need is a piece of cord that's twice as long as the width of the brow band that you want, and you're going to join the two ends together. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, so just join those together. Sure they're nice and rounded so there's no rough edges on there. Okay, and generally you don't have to, but I tend to put that join in the centre. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get your other piece of cord. So now you're going to need, so most brow bands, so in my case I'm going to do a 15-inch brow band. So to do a 15-inch brow band, I'm going to use 15 feet of paracord, and I've got these little decorative beads here with a big hole in the centre. It's got a nice little pattern on the outside. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're basically going to be braiding and then adding the beads in between the braids. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you get your your brow band loop, and then you put your piece of cord underneath that, like so. And you are going to put the right hand piece of cord over the centre. The left hand piece goes over the top of that, and then it comes up out the other side. You pull that through and then you tie that tight. Now you can slide that now up and down. I've actually got that a little bit twisted. You can slide that so that it's as short or as long as you want that loop to be on your side of your brow band. You don't want it too long so that it slips over your bridle, but you also need it to be big enough that it will fit through the piece of leather or between the two pieces of rope if you're using it on a headstall. Okay, so now the left hand piece comes over the centre. Okay, right hand piece goes over the top of that, and then that right hand piece goes up the back and out the other side. Okay, and then you tie that tight. Okay, so that's the pattern you're going to use all the way along. So you do two of those, or so one of those, which is two, and then you're going to get your little bead. Oops, sorry, shook the camera there. And then that goes on the end there. Pull that through till we get all the way up to there. Okay. Then the right hand piece is going to go over the centre. Okay. The left hand piece is going to go over the top of that. Then it goes underneath everything and out the other side again. Okay, so just tighten that up. Not too tight so that it makes it go warp, but just tight enough that it won't slide down. And then you're going to do the left hand piece over the centre, right hand piece over the top of that, sorry, the right hand piece over the top of that, and then goes under everything and back up through there. Okay, just hold that loop and pull that tight. Okay, so then you're going to put another bead on the end here. Thread it through, push it up there. Make sure you keep this, if this gets a little twist in it, make sure you untwist it as you're going. Okay, and then right hand side is going to go over centre, left hand piece over that, and then it's going to go up the back through everything and out the other side, and finish that off with the left hand over, then a right hand over that, under everything, and then up out the other side. Okay, so I'll keep going with the rest of that, and when I get to the end I'll show you how to finish off these loops. Okay, so now we've got to the end, and what we're going to do is we're going to make this this braided part for the loop. Okay, so what you do is, instead of braiding over the top of those two pieces, you're just going to braid over that one single piece. Okay, so right over the centre, left over that, and then you're just going to go up behind that one piece of loop. Okay, so you can see that my finger's in between the two loops, and then now the left hand piece is going to go over that, right hand piece over, and then up the back of that. Okay, so you're just going to really braid all the way around. That single strand of the loop until you get all the way around to the back. So there's only about space for one or two more braids in here now. So there's room for just one more. So once you finish there, you're just going to snip off the ends and give that a melt. And just push that down, keep it on, same on the other side. So if you wanted to do the other side, again, all you do is you put your long strand of rope through that and then just start a braid onto there. Okay, slide that along and just keep continuing with your braid. I'm actually going to undo that just so you can see. Okay, so this is the braided side and this is the non-braided side. So it's really personal preference. I actually don't mind the look of that thin strand. Or you can do it that way. I like the look of both. So I'll just go ahead and show you how you put that onto your bridle. Okay, so you just get your bridle that you took your other brow band off, and you just slide that onto there. Okay, and then that one onto that one, Oops, doesn't want to go on. And then just do your bridle back up again. Okay, and there you've got your nice little brow band for your horse or your donkey. Just goes on your bridle. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.